Hey YouTube, what's good, what's good, what's good? I went live on TikTok talking about this subject, but I wanted to make a video to put on my YouTube. I think I've said it in other videos here. I've been crocheting for 15 years. The reason I started crocheting, we had a snowstorm. Everything, when I say everything, I mean everything was shut down. The malls, the stores, everything. I think the market across the street from me was open because they had a pharmacy and people needed to get to the market, so that stayed open. And there was a gas station nearby too that was like a block or so away. That stayed open. There was an AC Moore across the street from me. And when we had that snowstorm, I was like, when they open the store up, I'm going to go get some yarn and learn how to crochet. When I was a little girl between the ages of 9 and 11, my next door neighbor crocheted, and I was interested. And so she sat me down and she taught me how to chain. So that's all I knew. And then I didn't pick it back up until 2010. So anywho, in 2010, it was a group of ladies at my office building that they would sit down at lunchtime in the cafeteria. They would all be crocheting together. And two of the ladies that was crocheting with them they worked in my office. One was my actual supervisor. One lady worked in another unit, but her and I was like close like this. I consider her like a mother. I expressed my interest in it. They was like, yeah, just come on down there. And I was like, no, because the lady that's the leader of the group, I judged her and thought that she was mean. And she actually she really was a sweetheart. And I learned a lot about crochet from her. So, I don't know. I know I probably said this in something on this channel, but her only form of payment was you gotta make something. You gotta make at least one blanket to donate to the NICU unit. And so that's what I was doing. I was just crocheting with them. I enjoyed their company once I learned. And I was just making stuff for the NICU. So we were making the blankets. It was some people that just only made blankets. And they would give, like, I want to say a year and a half or 2 years into it, I feel like she wanted to elevate. So people started making booties to go, so the people would get a whole set. It would be a premium blanket, a hat, and matching pair of booties to go with the blanket. I never made booties. I still have never made a pair of booties. So when I would make my blanket and my hat, I would save the little pieces of yarn that was left and give it to them, and whoever made booties, the person that made booties was making the booties to go with the blankets. We also had some people who was making hats to donate to the cancer unit or whatever. And we had like these little cat tags. It was small, like this, and it said "Love you to pieces." It had a Bible scripture on there, and we would tie each piece together with a different color of yarn, tie it all together and give it to, like, at the end of the year, we would collect all of them, tie them together with the little tags and bag them up, and they would take it down to the hospital that we was donating to. And it felt good. It was a really good thing to do. But it stopped. Like, a lot of people left the job and everything, and they was just like, they wanted to do something else, so it kind of like stopped. We stopped doing it before COVID even happened, and we weren't working in the building anymore because of COVID. So anyway, can y'all hear that marching band behind me? Well, they not behind me, but I can hear them. But anywho, back to my story. So with that, I had got into it real heavy. So I was learning to read patterns a lot. So I bought this book from Borders. Y'all remember Borders bookstore? The Complete Photo Guide to Crochet is the book. It's all kind of patterns in here. I bought this to learn different patterns and what to do with the blankets and stuff like that. The reason I pulled it out today is because I ordered all this yarn, and I made some videos y'all already seen of my stash that I built up. The last week I think I ordered about $300 worth of yarn. Craziness. Because I want to make some stuff. I got so many ideas of things to make, and I want to post it on my I have an Etsy shop that I started maybe like yes, I had an Etsy store. Mothers going mother, aren't they? Alright, y'all, I'm back. Let me finish making this video before it get dark out here, but mothers be mothering. She came to the door to do something. Came to the kitchen to do something. Saw me sitting out here and had to find a reason to come out here. Talking about, what you doing? You crocheting? Mind your BI, girl. Mind your BI. Anywho, as I was saying, I bought this book to figure out some different patterns to use in the things that I had plans on making for sale. Because I need some inspiration, so I won't keep using the same patterns over and over again. Also, I wonder if they got, that was 15 years ago I bought this. I'm sure they got a more updated version. I wonder if it would be worth buying another one. And if it's like different things in there than it was in here. Because I'm sure new stuff that came out. But anywho, I'm in a Facebook group for crocheting, and somebody posted this and asked, they said that somebody sent it to them and asked could they make it for them, and they wasn't sure if it was something that was sewn like on Shein or something like that, or if it was crochet. And to me, it made me want to make a video about it. To me, it looks like it might not be crochet. It might be some material made to look like it, but you could crochet some granny striped squares about this size and stitch them together to make this, you know. And if you want to not have to worry about a whole lot of ends to weave in, I would suggest using some self-striping yarn so that you won't have to keep switching. Like a self-striping yarn that has several different colors in it and stuff. And you know, makes different colors often. That's what I would do. Like this. Like this red heart. I made my niece a hat with this, or some of this before. And I still got some of that left. But I definitely made my niece a hat and a pullover cow with this some years ago. And I noticed how it was, the stripes and the colors were stacking up. It was really cute. I made it so long ago. Let me see if I can find it on my Ravelry to show y'all. But I wanted to say that, and I also yeah, that was it. I think I wanted to say about that, making that, and like to make that design that lady was showing. I wanted to say that, and I also just came to just run off my mouth about crochet. Ask what y'all working on. What are y'all goals for? And y'all can put that in the comments. What are y'all goals for crocheting? Here's the set. This is what I did for my niece with this yarn. Ravelry.com. Stripes and diamonds. It worked out really cute, didn't it? And with that, I did basket weave stitches. For the cowl neck, I did a basket weave stitch. Let me see if I got another. Yep. Oh, so I did 3 things. I made her a basket weave stitch cowl that you just pull over, and I made her a circle scarf. That's a circle scarf that she can wrap and then swipe it across. And I made her a hat. It came out really. So this pulls. Remember when pulling was a thing? That's pulling what happened there. The way it worked up. That's considered color pulling. But I think to get this to pull, you gotta be doing, I think you gotta be doing double crochets for it to come out like that. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all gonna be working on. Y'all think I should, let me know in the comments too. Y'all think I should order another complete photo guide to crochet. But even though lately I use a lot of stuff I see on YouTube, I did go on Ravelry recently and started looking up clothing, like sweaters, vests, and skirts and shirts and stuff like that on there, saving a bunch of them in my little in my queue to go back and look at it and try to recreate or whatever. Because I was looking for some inspiration. I got some ideas of things to do, but I still needed some inspiration on stitches. Because there is some stitches I need to learn. I need to add to my repertoire. I feel like my go-to stitch is to do granny stripes. Or just the granny design shells. V-stitch styles. Double V-stitch shells a lot. I use basket weave a lot. I do the alpine stitch a lot, especially with hats. I love a good alpine stitch on a hat. I don't know what the stitch is called, but it looks braided. I like to do that a lot on hats. Let me see if I got a picture of a hat I did in the stitch. Alright, so this is alpine stitch that I did on this hat. That was for my little cousin some years ago when she was little. I made that hat so long ago, she probably was 6. She now get ready to be 16 in a few months. So, let me see. This was a basket weave hat I made for my grandmother when she was going through chemo. And she passed a few months after I made it. This was a turban I made for her. And she left me. She really left me. Dang, I don't see that hat on here. I thought I might have put it in here. And it's the hat I'm looking for. I've gotten DMs or personal messages via Messenger on Facebook about that, but I don't trust it. It's like, is this still for sale? But the person is in another country and the name looks weird. It's like, no, I'm blocking and deleting you because I don't trust it. I don't trust you. I don't trust it. Where is the hat? I did it around the time I was doing all those ruffle hats. This is the hat my grandma. That's that hat. That's that hat. Dang, I didn't put that hat in. Nope. Let me see. Let me go to my crochet page on Facebook. I got a crochet page on there that I don't use either. But okay, I'm on my crochet page. Come on. Where's my photos? Here it is. This stitch right here at the top, the coral color. That right there. That's something that was like, I kept getting messages about it. And that's a stitch that I like to use too, especially if I'm doing something in a round. I don't like to really use it if I'm doing rows from side to side. I like to do it in a round. But, yeah. I want to look through here, look through my book, and look up some other stitches, patterns. I mean, stitch techniques and stuff like that to do. And I'm going to be making some stuff, and hopefully, I think I picked out some pretty cool colors. And the way I got it in my mind to put these things together and do it, hopefully it's going to all work out, and people going to be like, you know what, let me buy something. And I'm going to be like, okay, you know, but That's all I had to say. It's about to get dark out here, and I have been out here for a while, getting ate up. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.